Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I'm really excited to bring you from our friends at Paper Discovery this fantastic collection. This is Rustic Christmas. It makes adorable cards, it makes shaped houses, it makes 3D fun stuff. I can't wait to show you everything it does, so come play with us. So let's go through this. First of all, this is a double stamp set. I haven't seen them do a double stamp set that came together, and it coordinates with a die set. So you take this band off here, and they're both the Rustic Christmas, and they're the Rustic House double stamp set. And there are all these little stamps that coordinate with these dies that make little houses. And they're little box houses, if you'd like this. Here's one that's a little church. I'll show you more of these, but that's what this set does. And then we've got another set that is the Rustic Christmas Christmas Characters die set that has a coordinating stamp set. Isn't that adorable? And of course these dies just perfectly lay over these and cut them out. And then we've got, this one is the which would be Scandinavian strip pattern stamp set. This was really fun to use. I had a great time with that one. And then we've got the Rustic Christmas Christmas Sentiment stamp set. And then we've got, this is the Rustic Christmas Christmas Essentials die set. This is all the fun little decorative stuff. It's sort of like playing paper dolls where you get to decorate your houses and things like that. This was really fun to play with. And then this is a great 3D Christmas tree die set, and it makes really easy, cute little 3D Christmas trees like that. And then this one is the Rustic Christmas 5x7 Rustic Christmas House shaped card. Okay, I think we're gonna start with this. No, let's not start with this one. Let's start with the trees. Yes. All right, so the trees are adorable. My friend Debbie made these. Let's zoom in a little bit on these, Steve. And for this one, she used silver linen paper on this, and all the links for all the supplies and everything are below this video at paperwishes.com. And if you're watching this at YouTube, look below the description box, and there's a link that'll take you to this Paper Wishes webisode page, and you'll find everything. All right, so we've got our silver linen paper here, and then some gold sparkle holographic paper as well. And for this one, she used all kinds of sweet little Jewel Dazzle stickers. I'm going to show you. If you're not familiar with Jewel Dazzle stickers, they are these little circles, flat little stickers that when you take them off, they just look like little rhinestones, little sparkly rhinestones, and you just get so many on a sheet. So they're a very inexpensive sort of alternative to rhinestones. And she did that on there, and using the little jewel picker tool right here, which is so handy. I'm going to show you. You just take this, it's got two ends. There's like a small end and a large end. And I'm going to use the small end. I usually use the large end, and they're a little tacky. And then you would just stick them right on that and then stir a little bit, and then it just lifts right off. Well, yeah, it lifts right off. Come on, Lene, it lifts right off. Okay, we're going to use the large end. You just stir it. There. Right there. And I think the reason it's not picking up easily, occasionally you just need to take a wipe and wipe these because they get adhesive on them after doing all this. Oh yeah, got adhesive all over it. Okay, there we go. So trust me, it works great. So I've got two little trees. I'm going to show you how these come together. Let's take these out. I'm going to show you the die. Okay, so without taking these all out, this is how the die looks. And then you've got all the cute little decorations here for your tree. And this goes together really, really easily. So this is double-sided cardstock, and throughout this today I'm going to be using Poinsettia Passion solid cardstock. And so I'm using this nice green here. And all you need to do is pick a side of the cardstock you want, and then have all of your little Christmas tree edges fold to the front. They're already pre-scored. You just need to go and fold them just like that, all right? And then you can use either extra sticky tape or Cosmic Shimmer Specialist acrylic glue to glue these together. So let's just go with the glue, because I'm not going to assemble the whole thing. I just want you to see how easy. You're just putting a little dots of glue right there, and then you're lining these up. You do want your little tree edges to line. Okay. And that's how you're doing that. You're just going all the way around like that. And after you get all your little tabs placed forward, you're going all the way around, and that's how you form it. It's just so easy, you guys. And look how cute, how adorable on a mantle. Oh, that is definitely what I'm gonna have fun with. All right, so that's the Christmas tree. Let's see, what's our next one? Let's get to the houses. Houses are so cute. So for the houses, we're gonna need our double stamp set right here. See how it's got all these great little doors and windows and all the great things. In fact, there's so many things on here. You could definitely use this for your little Christmas tree toolbox, okay? So anything that you wanted to make for a card for Christmas is on here too. You got your snowflakes and your berries and your little green boughs and snowmen and snow trees. All right, let's take a look at the die set. All right, so this one I definitely will take out. So for this one, I'm just really going to take out the main piece here, okay? Because you've got lots of accessories. So this main piece is this piece right here, right there. And that's going to make sort of the body of the church, okay? And then it has this little piece right here, which is the little steeple. Okay, so I'm going to make this one right here. Woo, we're really blurry, Steve. Maybe we can zoom out just a tiny little bit. All right, and so for this one, if you're making these two boxes right here, and if you don't want to make them boxes, all right, so for example, you would just take this and glue this one in place, and then it's no longer a box. It's just this adorable little house that you can have sitting on your mantle, okay? If you do want it to be a box, then just don't fold this and put little Christmas treats in there. And how adorable for this to be an advent calendar. So you could make 25 of these little house boxes. You could number them, and then inside little treats for each day of the month. Very, very cute. And for this one, after I show you how to assemble this one, Debbie just double stacked the bottom part of that, and then added the little steeple on the top, and then it's got this little windmill feature. She was saying she wished she had put a little brad in this to make it turn, but instead she just stacked some foam tape behind that. So that's really clever. And of course she decorated it with her little red Jewel Dazzle stickers. So cute. All right, so for this one, I actually pre-folded along the score lines, and then I'm just using a little length of this extra sticky tape, right? And I'm just going to peel that off, because it's just that one little piece right there is going to keep the majority of this together. So what you're going to do is, to begin with, this little tab with the extra sticky tape on it is going to get aligned right here, and we're going to stick that together. So we've already got the shape coming together. Now the bottom of it is so cute. You're just going to fold these tabs in like this, and then this one like this, and then this one just gets tucked. This one has a little scored fold on there. That one just gets tucked right in here. And then of course you can always glue these if you're feeling like you need a little bit of glue there. All right, so here then you've got the point where it could be a box, or you could just glue that right there, right? Now Debbie used the paper pack she used for this to make her is the Chantilly lace patterned cardstock in 12 by 12 because it's got these fantastic sort of light patterns on the back here, and they were perfect to stamp on to give it sort of that old world look. And then she also used the coordinating solid cardstock to go with that. And then I wanted to see, Paulette and I were looking at these and thought, how cute. Well, I'm jumping ahead. So let's do the steeple part. So also, if at this point is when, if you're making the stacking part here, you would cut these tabs off, okay? And then just glue that to the bottom of the other box. So this one without all the tabs would go here. And then you would just stack another one on top of it with a steeple. So with the steeple, okay, this part right here is going to get glued together right there. Just a little dot of glue. Okay, and you would glue this all together right at the top. That gives you your adorable little steeple. My glue is not cooperating. Man, my tools today are really giving me the business. All right, and then that's just going to stick right on the top there of that nice little pointy roof. So it goes together really easily. Paulette had a great suggestion for these little houses. She's like, hey, why not put some cute little Cosmic Shimmer fluffy stuff on them to make snow? So I thought that was a great idea. So I'm going to give that a whirl. And hopefully my heat gun will be more cooperative than some of my other tools today. All right. Just move this stack away. And I've got my heat gun. I think we're going to have to zoom in a little bit on this, Steve. All right, so if you haven't heard of fluffy stuff before, it's this great stuff. It's from Cosmic Shimmer, and you can either use it wet and then just let it dry, or you can heat it with a heat source like a heat gun. And you can just put it on the edges of things just like this. And then when you heat it, it'll look like snow and it'll kind of puff and crackle. So I'm going to let this heat gun heat up for a moment. And then we'll see how close we can zoom in and see this stuff just crackle up and look so cute. And you can see it starting to puff. The thicker it is, the kind of longer it takes to puff and crackle, but here it goes. And if you left this just to dry on its own, it would have a shiny look to it, which would be so cute for snow too. There we go. Yeah. All right, see how adorable that is on these little houses? It just adds such great detail to that. So look in the gallery at the end below our video if you want to see how these all turned out. I'm going to go ahead and snow them all up. That is just fun to use. All right, so now let's take a look at, you know what, let's take a look at this great little set right here. Okay, I used this Scandi stripped patterns, as well as this cute little Rustic Christmas characters die set, and it goes with the coordinating stamps. So for this card right here, what I did was I used a couple of these little stamps. I used this one and this one right here on some green cardstock, and I used white embossing powder to create my pattern, right? And then I just took a strip, and I'm still working from cardstock, red and green cardstock from this particular pack. And then I put about a 2-inch wide strip of red there, stamped Happy Christmas in black ink. And then I just had so much fun coloring these little characters. So here I did my little gnomes, and you can do, I did 2 here that were the same, and then I just colored them differently. And then the second one, just foam taped him, so he was kind of popped up a little bit, and the little gifts, and then just a little black ribbon there. But yeah, I had fun, and I was using my tri-blend markers. And for this card, well, actually for all of these except the snowman, I used some purple there. I used the dull green, the dark red, the golden brown, the fair skin for the little noses, and then some ice gray blend as well. And just had fun. The Santa is very jolly. Here's my little gnome before I colored it. And I just thought this set was just really fun. These characters are adorable. So definitely check that one out. Right, and then, oh my gosh, I have just so much to show you guys. All right, let's get to the big set here. So this is the Rustic Christmas 5x7 Rustic House shaped card. Now, everything I've shown you, all of these dies so far fit with a, maybe we could zoom out a little. Well, I guess we're okay, we're good. These fit in a standard like 6-inch wide big shot die cutting machine, okay? No problem. This is the only one, this set. And out of this set, it's just this piece right here that won't fit through your machine. This is too tall, okay? So I do have a solution for that though. So I've done this before, and if you're just dying for this set, but you're like, oh, it's just this one die for the make the shaped card that's not gonna work, I do have a suggestion. Take your wire cutters. You're gonna cut across, you're gonna cut away this portion right there. Okay, so cut off one side of the house, but leave the center one intact. Then you're just gonna take your pre-folded cardstock, and you're gonna place, because this part doesn't cut, it's the fold, you're gonna place that right there, and then you can just zoom it right through your die cutting machine, and it will cut through both layers. You might have to shim it a little bit, but it'll cut through both layers. And then what you're going to get is your shaped card for your house. All right, so I never like to, you know, suggest that people cut apart their dies, but if you're just dying for this die set, then that is one way that you can use it. So here is the card that I made. It's so much fun using all these dies to create this little house. And look at all the little sparkle in the windows and all the bunting. And then on the inside, I went ahead and I used, let's see, this little stamp set right here for the May the Spirit of Christmas bring joy to your heart and happiness to your home. And then use this little warm wishes. And then of course use one of these little borders right here with a little house along the bottom edge. All right, so on the front then, what you start off with, grab, ooh, all of these little goodies. There we go. So what you're gonna start off with here, your card, which is already pre-scored, you're just gonna fold that. And then, so we've already used this piece right here. This piece, I die cut out of black, and that gives you that really cool sort of chalet look for your house, okay? And then it also has all these wonderful pieces, all these windows and doors and things. And this piece right here cuts a rectangle, and then this is all embossing that you can make your brickwork out of. Right there. So this portion down here, I just took my brown ink pad. And just to make that brick show up a little bit better, just do a little bit of direct to surface inking there. And then I even used some black on it as well. But you can see that's just bringing out that print. And then also kind of giving it just a little bit of variation when I did some black and brown on there. And then what I did was I glued this here, and then I glued this on top of it. So then once I was at this point, then I could take the door and put that there, and then the windows, and I did some gold holographic, sparkly holographic cardstock back there behind the windows. And I should mention that the cardstock that I used the Chantilly lace cardstock for this card, and then the green and yellow, I used that poinsettia passion cardstock. And just had a lot of fun. And then on the wreath and on the bunting, I used these really sweet little red glitter jewel dazzle stickers on those, and just had the greatest time. So then I wanted to show you another alternative of things that you could do with this. So like it even has little fencing, so I could have taken my card and put some little fences down there and then trim those, and then it's even got a sweet little lamppost. What if I put that right there? It has different windows and things that you could put a series of little windows up here. All these different little things to play with, and I just felt like I was playing with paper dolls. It was fun. All right, so now I wanted to show you sort of an alternative way to use this collection. And to do that, I have not tried this out yet, you guys. But I had this great idea. Well, actually, Debbie had this idea. Debbie said, hey, you could make a 3D house out of that, Lene. And I said, great idea, Debbie. I'm going to do it. And so I have everything ready here, and we're just going to hope and pray that this works out. All my little pieces. All right. So here's an alternative to doing your card front, okay? So white cardstock, I used the little balconies, I used a black door, and then I used both red and lime glitter cardstock to make all my little wreaths and things. So what I started off with was the white card. Then I cut this in half so that I have 2 white cards. So I made 2 of these. All right. So this one I decorated to completion. This one I did not, just to save a little time. All right, so what if this was the front and back of a 3D house? So how would I get the sides? So the sides, I would take this little guy right here, put it on there, and then I would take my scissors and I would glue it on there. And then I would take my scissors and I would just cut away that top portion. So that's a side of my house. All right, I've got one finished here. So now I've got the front, the back, and a side, okay? And then I've got another side, and I decorated this one with the windows and everything. So now all I need to do is figure out how to attach these pieces together. So what I did was I took some 1-inch wide white cardstock like this, and I cut it to, you'll need 4 of them, and I cut them to the length of this side piece right here. And what we're going to do with that is I glued, so I folded these in half because I scored them down the center. They're just little V's. And I'm going to glue one here and here. And now we're going to start assembling. And these are going to be the little pieces that hold everything together. So far so good, you guys. So far it's working. All right, so there's one side. My glue has been sitting under the lights, getting a little clogged, which is annoying. All right, now I'm going to add this side. Nope, that's wrong. I knew it. I knew something would go wrong. I hate being a pessimist, but. All right, so now, here we go. So these are the sides. Here's my front. All right. There's my side. Glued two sides together initially. That was bad. All right, so there's the front part of my house, the side. Okay. Now I've got another one right here. Need to try to get my glue going well again. There we go. Now we're just going to glue that back side on by putting glue. You really want to get the glue kind of towards the edge. Now that my glue is flowing, it is really out of control. Okay, now my structure is looking good. I got a little crazy with the glue, but other than that, going well. All right, so you see where we're going with this? Now we're just going to need some kind of roof. So for the roof, here we go. I just took a piece of cardstock. Let me grab my ruler so we can know how big this is. And really what I did is I just took some cardstock and I folded it in half. And then I just made sure that it went past. Wanted it a little bit longer on this end and I wanted it to be a little bit longer here. So I'm going to measure this quickly. This was, about 6 inches by 7. About 6 by 7. All right, so now we are still going to need to anchor this down. So I made some more of those little, now you can't see. I made some more of those little anchor tabs, okay? These are about 1.5 inches. Okay, they're still 1 inch, and then 1 inch wide and about 1.5 inches long. And I'm going to put these, got crazy with the glue again. Put this right here. We're almost done. If you can see those, I've got them anchored on one side of my house. And then I'm going to put them here on the eave. And I've got another one. Like this. Okay. And I hope you guys are fast forwarding this part because watching me glue this is not exciting. Right, I just need one more here. Now, I even thought like you could put a base in the bottom of it and make it a gift box. And I'm going to show you. So, because my original thought was you could put a tea light in here and it would light up. So I've got all of this taken care of, and then you're just going to put some glue on each of these right here. All right. Needed one more. All right, so I only have one of those tabs left, so I'm just going to go like this. So once we get our glue on our tabs, then we're just going to set the roof right on top of it. And if you wanted to make it a box so that this opened, then just don't put glue on this side. There we go. We're setting this down. All right, just like this. And then you'll just need to reach in and then just hold those tabs down, and then they're going to secure. That's going to be what it's looking like on the inside. See, those tabs are now connecting. All right. So then, once I've got that done, you could just be done. Okay, here's your 3D house. You could just be done. Or if you wanted to do some cute little shingles on the side of your house, you could just take strips of paper like this, and I cut them so that they were just like a little wavy on the side. And you could just glue them just like shingles and go all the way up the side of the house. And then you'd have this cool shingled side of the house. So I'm not going to go that far, but think what you could do, you guys. And then you could take the decorations, like the little Christmas trees that come with this die set, and you could glue them here and here. How adorable. You could do, these are the some little Christmas lights that come in the die set. Oops. And you could glue those right there or right here, actually, and then die cut them again from red glitter, okay? And then put all of these little lights inside of them. So you'd have red glitter little Christmas lights going around your house. So many possibilities, you guys, to decorate this. So, okay, so we made it through that structure, and I will have a finished piece like in the gallery. You can see this in more detail. So you guys, we've got this great money saver on this whole collection. Is amazing. You can have so much fun with it. I love Debbie's idea about making a little advent calendar and adding the snow to them. So definitely check this out. Like I said, it's on the right-hand side of your screen. Thanks for joining me today. I had a great time playing with you. I'll see you next time.